How's it going, JDM crew? John here from JDM EXPO with another good old Skyline here. Well, of course, this is another R32. It's been a while since we've featured another one, but this is a GTST, and all in all, pretty comfortable. I noticed when I was turning and accelerating earlier that I believe we've got an LSD here. Felt the clicks in the differential, so for those of you guys that know with like 1.5 and 2 ways, you're going to feel a little bit when it turns. A 2-way more when you're slowing down as well as accelerating. But this one, not many mods, honestly. We've got stock shift knob and handbrake. Most of the interior here is stock, with the exception of a little bit of the carbon trimmings here, steering wheel, Kenwood audio deck, and I'm in a racing seat, but like the rest of it is pretty much stock. So when we look in the engine bay, same thing, looking more for stock, and we still have the tools in the back, spare tire and all that good stuff. So nothing crazy here, so just something for you guys to keep in mind. If you're looking for something more original than this, we can definitely source that for you, but for a lot of you guys might know, and if you haven't already, with some of our previous ones, we've definitely offered plenty of GTRs, but for some people that don't need four-wheel drive or the maximum horsepower, we do have GTSs just like this one. This one's a nice silver one, mostly good condition. There's like a couple of like scuffs, which you would expect from something with higher mileage and being like close to 30 years old. You know, definitely over 25. Yeah, these GTSs are definitely good candidates. They've got NA and they've got turbo 2.0 and 2.5s, so they're still of the RB pedigree, but just a little bit more toned down. So for those of you guys that are just looking for some good Skyline style, you want to experience something JDM, these are still going for a pretty good price compared to the GTRs, and especially a lot of the more popular modified as well as special edition GTRs. So just something for you guys to keep in mind. I do have the boost gauge here, as you can see. Pretty nice, Defi. So I've actually had one of these when I had a Subaru Legacy back in the day. They're a nice little mod, just to get some accurate information, because a lot of the turbo vehicles, just like this one, didn't have it from the factory, or they have a small one right there which isn't as responsive, and this one is actually out of commission, so we have a much more accurate modern one right here. Transmission is nice and smooth through all the gears, haven't had any issues with that. And for those of you guys that might not want some of the racing parts, we do have like low profile tires on this, and we've got the rear differential, so it might be a little rough for you guys, so I just want to point that out. But yeah, I do apologize that I haven't been able to really accelerate a bit, but I mean, this is OEM, so we're only talking about around 200 horsepower. Nice and responsive though with this turbo, you know, definitely a little bit more on the high end compared to the NA variant, so very nice overall. I'm just gonna fast forward to the walk around so we can get into the rest of the car so you guys can see what's going on with that. Just the engine bay being mostly stock. We do have the strut bar in the front, not in the rear though, but that does give me a little bit more response on the handling, which is nice. But also with the low profile tires, I can definitely at least feel the road a little bit better, handling's a little bit better. But as I said, some of you guys, it might be a little too rough. We can always change that out if you want, so definitely talk with our sales team if you want some modifications done. But yeah, let's get into the rest of the car and I'll explain a little bit more at the warehouse. Well, here we are again from the interior. Starting out here, we'll go to the outside, and as you can see, dash is not stretched or cracked. Oh, good. I guess we got like a little minor crack right there. Wait. Zooming in. I can't get that. I'm sorry. There you go. Yeah, just a little crack right there. We got this little pad here, which is supposed to be for like little sticky little suction cup holders and stuff, and then a little minor vinyl stretch right there. Now we do have these Defi gauges here for a couple of temperature gauges and pressure gauges. Kenwood audio deck with this USB and aux connection. Climate control, original shift knob and handbrake. Of course, we do have the rear, which I'll just step out here and show you guys in a second. But we do have this Momo steering wheel. You can see my reflection in that Defi gauge, which is right there. And here's some of the info here. We got the original mileage there, about 235, which is about 150,000 miles. So it's 235,000 kilometers. And oh, let me just step out here and show you guys around, because I am sitting in a bucket racing seat. Whoops, there we go. As you can see, it's a bride seat. It's got a little bit of wear here, so from getting in and out, but I mean it holds, you know, the bride holding monster. So let's see here if I can, there we go, get a better view of what's going on back here, because I can't fold that down. It's an actual bucket seat. See the back there, and the headliner, no sag. Things looking pretty groovy there. Got these door panels here, and all right, I'm gonna open up the trunk and the hood. Let's go check the trunk first. The hood, I'm gonna pause the camera and open that because it's a heavy steel hood. It's not as light as like the GTR one. Oh yeah, checking back here real quick. As you can see, plenty of room. And I'll show you guys the right there. So those are some fuzz balls from the this thing. As you can see, it's definitely old, but it's intact. And here's the spare tire. So it looks like they've never even used it. So for over 150,000 miles, never used that. That's pretty fresh. Okay, and of course, over here we do have the jack. So have what you need to swap out the tire, should you ever need to. But this one, of course, has aftermarket wheels and tires, so whoever had it before definitely took good care of it. And yeah, for the most part, the paint is pretty decent all around. A couple of areas of faded clear coat. That's a bird attack right there. Jeez, never mind. I'm not going to zoom in on that. But yeah, you can see a little bit of fade here and a little bit over there. If you guys wanted some stuff refreshed, you could talk with the sales guys. We could bring it over to the paint shop and get that recoated. But for the most part, I mean, the rust protection's there. The paint is in good, decent shape mostly. But yeah, let's jump under the hood here. And then I'll finish up with a little bit more of a walk around there. And yeah, it's pretty heavy. I said I was going to cut to it, but I'll just cut to the chase instead here and show you guys what's going on under the hood. As you can see, good old RB20 DET. I'm just showing that real quick. This is an Apex I strut bar, by the way. Kinda looks like the OEM Nismo ones on later ones. Just very simple, nice design, anodized. And here's some numbers for you guys, so you can check it out on your favorite registry and get some of those little info bits that you might want. And yeah, that's one of the hoses there for, I believe that's for the Defi boost gauge. Yeah, see what's going on over here. Got the stock air box, as I showed already. Got the Duran, it's a little temperature gauge there, or that's where the thermometer is for the gauge. OEM style battery, but yeah, there it is. So the difference between the RB25 and 20 versus the 26 is they do have this over the top, you know, way of going into the intake plenum. It's not like the GTRs, which would have it over here, and usually a front mount intercooler of some type. So yeah, from here, airbox goes down to the turbo, goes over here underneath to the intercooler, which I guess like you can't really see underneath there. But anyways, yeah, then it gets cooled and then boosted into here. So that's where the throttle is, as you can see, throttle linkage and everything. And more power, yay. And so pretty much, yeah, as you can tell, it is OEM. You can even see OEM style oil filter. And it looks like they did have a timing belt change a while back, so about 130,000 kilometers, so about 100,000 kilometers ago, so might be due for another timing belt at some point. That was, looks like about 7 or 8 years ago, so they did keep up on the maintenance, at least according to the mileage. And yeah, I mean, when we got this, it's in good running order. It does have modified suspension as well, and a couple of other mods, but like otherwise it's fairly OEM, other, you know, not too crazy on that. So here we go, have a overall look of this car. And you can also see that modified suspension there, if I can, you can kind of see it there. And you can see the body, and I do like the silvers quite a bit. And you can hear that 60 hertz hum from that motor over there, freaking compressor going wild for the heating unit. Hopefully that doesn't break. That sounded kind of unhealthy. Alright, so you can see the rest of the body on here. So just for your imagination and perspective here, so you guys can see what's going on. As you can see though, definitely like the paint is good, and the clear coat is mostly good all around. So you'll probably polish it up a little bit more, but if you guys want some fresh clear coat, just ask our sales guys. They can, we can bring it over to the shop and get that paint done. But otherwise, it's in pretty good running order. Well, oof, there you go. Sorry about that, guys. There we have it, a nice GTS. You know, we've had a couple of GTSTs through the years here at JDM EXPO, but it's been a while since we've actually had one in stock, other than a couple of special orders that we haven't put up. But yeah, this one just added to the inventory, and good running order. Definitely got the LSD in the back. I'm not sure what the brand is. You can check with our sales guys. I'm not sure if they have any other additional information on that, but I wasn't given that at the very beginning, so it was just installed by the previous owner, so not sure which one it is. But that would mean it's a little bit more drift ready for some of you guys out there that I know you want to hit it sideways, and this is pretty ready for that, because we definitely got the suspension kit on there and the LSD. Transmission's running in really good order, so hopefully you guys don't mess that up with drifting. So maybe this will probably be better for some of you guys that are going to take it easy. But I mean, if you got a project idea, perfect candidate, because you've got a pretty good baseline to start from, you know, mostly OEM stuff, so you can modify whatever you want. But yeah, all in all, decently comfortable drive, a little bit sportier as you can tell from that suspension, but all in all, I think it's a good option for some guys not wanting to go really crazy on the horsepower, but definitely enjoy the Skyline platform. So if you have any questions about this or any of the vehicles, make sure to hit up our sales team, info@jdm-expo.com, and they can let you know all about it. Or if you're looking for something else, just let them know. Or if you'd like to get some mods on this, they can actually talk about customizations and all that, and we can have some of our mechanics take care of it, or bring it to some of our partners in the area. We've got the best of Central Japan. And yeah, you guys take it easy wherever you are in the world. I'll see you in the next one. All right, take care.